bed, and figured it was a good opportunity to show you my pre-bed stretch routine. So this is a routine that I'll do in times when I'm really getting after it hard in my training. So I will typically do, start throwing in this pre-bed stretch routine, half hour to 45 minutes before I get ready to go to bed, to help kind of down-regulate the system a little bit, get me prepped for sleep, give me a little bit higher quality of sleep, and just really overall just start to jump that recovery process. I did this routine for years, religiously after every single workout, and I noticed my body felt the best it's ever felt in my life when I was doing this consistently after every workout. I'm gonna show you guys each stretch. You're gonna hold each stretch for 1 to 2 minutes. You could hold each stretch for a minute and just do it twice, or you could hold each stretch for 2 minutes, however you wanna do it. I've done it both ways. Don't really notice much of a difference. I prefer the 1 minute holds, and then you can do 1 or 2 sets of 1 minute. Just to preface this, never stretch into pain, guys, especially when we're doing this before bed. We're trying to chill out, we're trying to relax, we're trying to get ready for some good quality sleep. If we're stretching to the point where it's strenuous, and you're gonna get worked up, you're gonna get hot, you're gonna be holding your breath. It's gonna have the opposite effect that we want. So make sure that this is nice and easy, man. You're able to just breathe through it, you'll be able to just relax. You should feel good, and you should feel pretty chill when we're done, man. You should feel pretty good. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into this thing. So we're gonna go ahead and start. We're gonna start right at the hip flexors, man. Hip flexors is probably tight on over 90% of people that I work with and that I assess on a daily basis. It's just this nature of the society that we live in now. We're sitting all the time. Being in a seated posture, those hip flexors can get short, cause hip tightness, low back tightness, all different kinds of things. So good old couch stretch, man. You get a chair or your couch, or you can use a wall to hit this guy. So you're gonna put your foot up, elevate the foot. The closer your knee gets to the base of whatever it is you're resting on. So if my knee, the closer I push this knee to that chair, the more extreme the stretch is gonna be. So you might not be able to start right here. You might have to have that knee out a little bit to decrease the intensity of the stretch. Like I said, we're looking for nice, easy, breezy, nice and relaxing. I've been doing this a long time, so I can kind of get fairly close. When we get in this position, we want to tuck the tailbone under and squeeze that glute and just chill here, nice and easy, keeping the core tight. We do not want to arch. We don't want to arch. This is going to keep us in extension. And then we're going to flip around and we're going to hit the opposite side. Now we're going to grab our glutes. So we're going to hit our glutes 2 different ways. First way we're going to do, we're going to take our foot and we're going to put it on the outside of the knee. So it's my right leg, right foot on the outside of the left knee. And I'm going to take my left arm and I'm going to hook it into that knee and pull it into my chest and kind of rotate into that a little bit. And I'm going to stretch the outside of that glute. I'm just going to chill here, pull it. I can kind of rock side to side to kind of feel where it's tighter. I'm just going to sit here, hold this for a minute. Another way we're going to hit that glute is we're going to do a pigeon stretch. So now we're going to take our front leg, put that knee at 90 degrees. We're going to sit into this guy, keeping our hips square to the floor. Leaning into it a little bit here. Now we're getting that a little bit deeper into that hip socket up onto that glute. Same thing here, nice and easy. Making sure you can breathe, should be relaxing, should feel nice. All right, so we hit those glutes, we hit the hip flexors, we got the quad tie-in. Now we're gonna hit those hamstrings, working our way down. So now we're just gonna do standard sitting here, legs straight, knees locked out, feet hip width or closer. We don't wanna be too wide. We're gonna start here. We're just gonna reach for those toes, grab those toes, pull the toes up. So we're getting that calf tie-in, keeping the knees locked out. Just chilling here, breathing through. You can hook around and grab actually the balls and bottoms of your feet if you're mobile enough to do that. Like I said, it should feel nice and easy, nice and calming, relaxing. You should feel good. From there, we're gonna bring the feet together, and now we're gonna hit those adductors and this butterfly stretch. So we're gonna pull the heels towards the groin, get the chest up nice and tall. Try not to slouch. Get the chest up nice and tall. Let the knees fall towards the floor. And try to get those knees as close to the ground as possible. And just relax and let gravity do the work for you. So next, I have a slant board here. So if you have something like this, where you can create, a slant like this, then great, So basically we're gonna stretch our calves out so we can get our foot on that slant, lock the knee out. We're gonna stretch that calf out. So typically I will do this up against the wall so I can kind of push into the wall and just lean into this and let that heel drop to the ground and get a good stretch on that calf. Now hold that and breathe through that, and then you can even start to drop the knee and get a little bit down closer to the ankle to stretch that guy out. If you don't have a slant board or something like this, that's fine. You can just use the floor, just pushing into the floor, letting that heel drive into the ground, keeping the knee locked out. That's perfectly acceptable as well. From there, we're gonna hit the other side of the ankle. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna point our toes, bring our legs all the way together, point our toes, and we're gonna come back and actually sit on our heels. So sitting on our heels, flattening the fronts of those ankles out. You can even rock side to side a little bit. See if there's any tighter spots here. And you can even bring your knees up. Pick your knees up if you got the mobility there to stretch that out even more on the front side. So when it comes to the upper body, the two main areas that we need to really focus on stretching are the pecs and the chest with the bicep tie-in, and then our lats, because those are typically the areas that are tight on most people. So you have a couple different options depending on your setup. If you have a door jamb, you can just typically do your 90-degree bend in your arm, put your elbow up against the door and rotate away to stretch that pec out, and then do the same thing with your arm straight, and then do obviously both sides, arm straight. But basically we're gonna do that with the floor. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna lay down. And so I'm gonna do my right arm first. I'm gonna get that angle, that 90-degree angle on the arm, and I'm just gonna turn away, just like that. Super simple. I actually prefer, for the pre-bed stretch routine, I actually prefer the floor because I don't have to stand up. It's lazy man's stretching. The more I can relax, the more things that I don't have to think about or do, like standing up and positioning myself a certain way, the better, because I'm trying to down-regulate and trying to shut my mind off, get ready for bed. So I actually prefer the floor for pre-bed routine. But if you're doing this post-workout and you have access to the different things at the gym, you maybe don't necessarily want to roll around on the floor at the gym. You can use a power rack, you can use a door jamb, but same thing, you're just gonna have that 90-degree angle and you're just gonna rotate away. And you're gonna stretch those pecs out, nice deep breath. So we'll go a minute each side here, and then, like I said, we're gonna do it with a straight arm as well. So we do 90 degrees each side, and then you're gonna straighten that arm. And when you straighten that arm, I want you to bias it up slightly. So just come up a little bit, and then you can do the same thing with the straight arm. Now, when it comes to stretching the lats, you have, when you're at home, the best way to go about it is to get a chair or to get a couch or something just to rest your elbows on. Unfortunately, I put my chair away already, but that's fine. It's pretty simple. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna get down and you're going to rest your elbows on, here, we'll use the pool table here. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna rest your elbows on your chair, your couch, wherever you got. And you're gonna just drop your head through and get those elbows up above your head. And try not to arch your lower back like this. Try to keep that lower back flat as you drive your chest towards the floor. Don't arch. Arching here will shorten your lats. We're trying to lengthen the lats. So make sure we're keeping a neutral position there and just driving and dropping that chest towards the floor. Making sure you can breathe still. And that's it, man. That's the routine. That's the pre-bed stretch routine. So, like I said, purpose is down regulation. Yes, we're gonna get some flexibility. We're going to, open up some ranges of motion and stuff like that. But it's all passive stretching. It's not, going to, move mountains for you or anything in your training. It's just a form of recovery, man. It's something I do. It's not what I would consider quality mobility work. Mobility work, in my opinion, includes strengthening at the same time to open and hold ranges of motion. This is to just kind of reset. If you had a hard workout and you're just trying to loosen up maybe some tight muscles that are sore, and restoring ranges of motion and mobility you already have, yes, that's a good thing. That's recovery. That is, kind of getting back to baseline. I don't use routines like this to try and improve mobility or improve ranges of motion. At a minimum, I try to just restore what I already have, and then improving mobility and improving ranges of motion comes later on in the gym with a totally different type of stimulus. So this here, guys, is recovery. It's recovery 101. It's pre-bed prep, getting us down regulated, ready for some sleep, get some good quality sleep, and which is all good stuff, man. So give that a shot, guys. Let me know what you think. I have a couple more stretch routines to throw at you, and I hope you guys like it. So if you like this video, like it, share it, comment on it, let me know what else you want to see, and we'll see you on the next one.